Hey, Ran. Yes, I finally did his chart. Okay, so this is an solar astrology, not lunar, not Western, none of that. It's solar because solar is we all wake up when the sun comes up and we get up and going, supposed to. And then when the sun goes down, we're supposed to go to bed. Yeah, that's it's solar. It's we took our first breath, came into this from the darkness to the lightness. Da, 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 da. All right. So this is Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is just this little guy. Okay. But this guy is, as you can see from the chart there, he's Earth. So the Earth here is not yin Earth, it's yang Earth. So yang Earth is like the mountain, and everybody goes to the mountain, leaves it all there, and leaves the mountain feeling great. So he's that kind of a person. He lends an ear. He's a natural warrior, of course. So he would be more worried about this world and what's going on than any of us. That's how yang this is. So with this mountain, it can be stubborn. It can nitpick as well, that kind of thing. And so uh, I think the one that everybody wanted to know who this guy is because I posted I don't know how long it was. I posted what's his name, Bruce Jenner, but after he did his transition thing, and Shapiro was right next to him, her, him, whatever you want to call them, okay, right next to him, and he was saying whatever he says, and then uh, Bruce, Caitlin, her, him, turns around, puts puts his arm around him and says, "Do you want to go home in an ambulance?" Like, shut that up. Okay. So Ben Shapiro is Yang Earth, and that would have fueled him. Why? Why not? All right. So he is this earth element, and what he sits on elementally is his expression. So it's always there. He's got a reply for anything you dish out to him, he has a reply. So it's a great day when you have a chart, or a great day when your chart is Yang Earth sitting on Yang Metal, because that's your expression, it's your talents, it's your skills. And we get to see that every single day, not when it comes in, but every single day. The thing here is that metal is also a travel star, so he can change to whatever somebody else is saying. So Earth then becomes him, people like him. So whatever anybody is saying, he's got it. He's got it like that. All right. So he's also on. He's got his own thing, the Daily Wire. If you want to go and check that out, go check that out. I've done the chart for somebody else on that as well. Yeah, the eye candy old man. I shouldn't say old man, probably not much older than me. Anyway, so with this chart, the year this year, oh, by the way, he's like an American columnist, author, he's conservative, he's, you know, he's does political commentary, he's in the law profession, he's a media personality, just about all of that, right? So he's got it all covered. Now, 2023, this year, what happens is it's water. So if you see what water is in this chart, you'll see it's money and it's on top and it's in harmony. So anything he says here in this year from February 4 to February 4, 2024, because it's solar, um, so it doesn't start on the first. Anyway, so whatever he says, he actually it makes more fire. And if you have a look, fire gives him more ideas and more support. So every time he opens his mouth, he's got ideas and support. More. And it's if you want help counting the Ben, call me man. And underneath that is the rabbit. So the rabbit is his power and its pressure. It is in a little bit of a challenge when we're talking this way. Yeah, because he is born Earth in the month of Earth, that makes him very strong Earth. Strong Earth that his favorable elements become metal, water, and wood. Okay, so whatever comes out of his mouth, you know it's real, you know it's happening. The money, ting, 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 and the power are all favorable. So even though the rabbit this year is his power, his status, his promotion, it's pressure on him, but it's underneath the rabbit. The water is on top. We just say ching, 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 or making a lot of money. We don't see how much pressure he's under. But this kind of pressure, he handles it like that. Okay. The time slot he's in, so we all have 10-year cycles, and his, when he became very vocal, was actually 33 to 43. So he was fine before that. He was making money, blah, blah, not an issue. But then the metal came in for 10 years. So that metal, all of a sudden, he can't keep quiet. He can't shut up. That type of thing. So it's also yin metal on yin metal. So it's about he still looks good no matter what he says. He still looks good. So it's metal on metal. So at 33, he had a big change in what he says, how he says things, his talents, his skills, his expression. And then at 38, it changed again. So that was last year. So I would say with the Daily Wire, something happened and made it. Now, what is there in that 10 years is metal on metal. The bottom is the animal, and the animal is the rooster. What does a rooster do? He stands on the fence and he wants to be heard because he is the one that breaks the morning for you. He tells you it's morning, get the up, right? So he wants to be heard. At the same time, what does a rooster do? He's like, next, next, next. So that next, next, next is his expression. So I'll talk about this. What's next? I'll talk about this. I'll talk about this. That metal he actually sits on, it's not just any metal, right? It's the monkey. So mischievous at the same time. Okay. So he's in 10 years of the rooster, metal, metal, and he sits on metal. There's no way you can shut this guy up. And what he says, proud of what he says. It's also favorable. So everybody else might get in trouble for what they say. He actually won't. Even though he's challenged, it might be too much for some people, but it's fine. Okay. Now, 2024, remember, wood is favorable for him. So 2024 has wood on top. So his power is whoa. This power is like the oak tree and it branches, 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 branches. How big and huge is an oak tree? That's what it is. Yet this power is through what this wood sits on, what this oak tree sits on is the earth, and it's an earth dragon. So the earth dragon, yes, it's earth, but it's a gate of heaven that is opening. And so he and colleagues, because earth is himself and people like him, will bring on this enlightenment to another level. And for him, he may have already experienced this in all of April. So that's what I say to everybody. What happened, April? It's giving you an intro into 2024 when it comes in. So for some of you, 2024 is going to come in October. Some, it has already come in April, depending what is there. I believe for him, it's given him an indication in April, but in October it comes in. It will come in that early. That's what happens. Sometimes it comes in 6 months early, sometimes 3 months early. So for him, it will come in early, and it's the biggest enlightenment ever. So this guy will no longer be bothered with, like trans, this, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, won't be like that. So basically, he talks about all of that as well. He has the answers. He's not just an idiot that just plucks things out, anywhere. And you guys know how I feel about that. There's biologically, there are two genders. Um, I know everybody else, even my LGBT friends, are actually disgusted with what is going on. It's taken some of my school friends, it's taken them so long to be where they are, accepted this, and then someone just shits on all of that. Yeah, they are shitting on it because you know what? You can be who you want to be, just don't force it. That is it. That's how I actually also feel about that. You know, think about this. If you're going to have the transgender, what's it called, the surgery, they're going to ask you, do you want to be male or female? Yeah, that's it. No more about that. I'm over it. So this is Ben Shapiro, amazing, tiny guy, but whoa, this guy, yeah, come to Australia, mate. Yeah, we'd love to have you say something here. All right, so that's it. From your own, from your solar, from your birth, day of birth, all of that, from your birth, you took your first breath. This is your destiny. It's challenged sometimes, sometimes it's not. So with him, by the time he hits 43, it's metal on metal. It's like this guy's, it's metal on top. So he yields the sword, power of the king, and he sits on metal. So it's he yields the sword and everyone listens. That's it. For 10 years. So it's pretty good. He's got an amazing chat. So love your work.